It is honestly so wild to sit back and watch how everything is playing out in politics right now. But if you look at the reality of where the country is heading, the writing is pretty much on the wall for anyone willing to see it. If J.D. Vance wants to actually protect his own political career and secure a real future in public service, he seriously needs to think about cutting ties with Donald Trump right now, because the political landscape is shifting faster than people realize. At the end of the day, looking ahead to these upcoming midterms, the momentum is completely shifting away from that old brand of politics, and we are on track to flip the entire House blue because everyday civilians have just felt way too much damage over the last few years. Regular people are completely exhausted from the constant chaos, the division, and the decisions that made daily life harder for normal families who are just trying to get by, pay their bills, and feel some sense of stability. It is just basic common sense at this point that Vance is way better off doing what needs to be done to distance himself now, because staying anchored to a sinking ship is only going to permanently damage his own credibility and ruin whatever career he has left. He needs to realize right now that he is not going to have Trump around to shield him or carry him forever, and relying on that base is a short-sighted strategy that is going to backfire horribly when the election results come in. True leadership means having the backbone to look at the big picture, recognize when a movement has done more harm than good to regular citizens, and make the tough choice to walk away before you get pulled under with it. People respect honesty, and they respect leaders who can admit when a direction isn't working anymore, so standing up for what is right, defending the actual needs of the people, and putting the country over party loyalty is the only real way forward. It takes a lot of courage to step out of the shadow of a powerful figure, but if he wants a career that outlasts this current political moment, he has to make a stand now, speak up for the civilians who have been hurting, and stop defending things that just cannot be defended anymore. If he keeps choosing to stay on this path, he is going to find himself completely left behind when the voters make their voices heard, because the collective energy of the country is clearly moving toward a major change, and no politician can survive ignoring the real, lived experiences of the people for long. Honestly, it is just absolutely hilarious to me how some people still choose to sit there with a straight face and act like Donald Trump is going to magically swoop in and save the day, when the absolute reality of the situation is that even he knows the gig is completely up, and it comes as zero surprise to anyone actually paying attention. I mean, let's be totally real for a second, because it is pure comedy gold that he never actually delivered on a single solitary promise he made to regular working-class people, but instead did the exact opposite, while everyone just nodded along like everything was totally fine. If he was so incredibly desperate to look out for his shady Epstein buddies, maybe he should have thought twice before completely robbing his own loyal constituents blind, and on top of that, slashing the absolute life out of the very social programs that normal, everyday civilians spent their entire lives paying into with their hard-earned working money. But hey, I guess that is exactly what happens when you decide to run an entire operation on nothing but pure hate, greed, and ego, because eventually reality catches up, people finally wake up to the scam, and they turn around and completely reject you. Yet, somehow, die-hard Republicans just love to completely overlook all of this glaringly obvious stuff because they have apparently convinced themselves that a handful of trillionaires who do not even know they exist are suddenly going to save them, completely forgetting the basic mathematical fact that the 1% is never going to be higher or more powerful than the 99% of us who actually keep this country running. The absolute physical and financial abuse of the working class is officially over. The people have loudly rejected the entire circus, and it is finally time for him to stop hiding and face the music for his actual crimes. I am so incredibly tired of hearing people whine about how old he is as some sort of get-out-of-jail-free card, because we literally do not care how old he is at this point, since the justice system has arrested normal people with stage 4 cancer and left them to do life in prison. So we do not want to hear a single, solitary, pathetic excuse about age or health. He belongs straight behind bars. His entire family needs to immediately pay back every single cent of the millions they made off the taxpayers during his presidency. And his corrupt little buddies need to do the exact same thing because the rest of us are completely out of patience and we are officially done playing this ridiculous, rigged game. Those who love stalking pages to attack with laughing faces. You can save the laughing faces because I was not searching for your approval or opinions. Please feel free to follow, subscribe, comment, like, and share. This helps you to stay connected to me, and it helps me to remain here creating more content for you. Thank you, love always, Maria DC Santiago.